What's up, guys? I'll let everyone come in here. Another big day in court. Leaving court right now. I feel like I'm like an expert in court. I live in these courts. Guys, it's become to the point now where... Hold on. Oh, thank you, miss. I like a person that respects a good crosswalk. I'm just going to walk around a bit and get some exercise. So, what's happening, folks? I can't tell. Is that one person that's here right now or one person that likes it? That's kind of lonely. One person? All right. So, I have become to the point, guys, where I am so familiar with district courts in this state that I know which ones you're allowed to bring cell phones into and which ones have free parking. And it's like, you know, so I'm in Springfield right now, which is lovely, Hampden County. And I was in court today because Rian Waters filed a criminal complaint against me for witness intimidation of Michael Gaffney and I think harassment or something else, something stupid. So it's all bullshit, obviously. And we know that this matter's been adjudicated, right? I beat him in the bullshit libel trial. He dragged me through all that bullshit. So we all know that this is a gigantic waste of time, right? And he lost, and he can't get over that. And so he's a crazy person. He has nothing to do. He's a professional liar. He's a pathological liar. And he decided that he was going to file this complaint against me to harass me, right? Basically to just bother me because God knows he's got nothing to do. He knows I got shit to do. But we all know that Rian has absolutely nothing to do. So the basis of this complaint with witness intimidation, this is serious. He enters all this shit into evidence and all these memes. You know all those memes that Laura made, our girl Laura, right? The ones of Broke Gaff Mountain, him in bed together, all that shit, showboys. Those were entered as evidence. We didn't see a judge. It was I want to say a clerk magistrate. And all this shit was entered as evidence. And he like points out on it like plaintiff and witness and points to Gaffney. Now, Gaffney's not even his witness. Gaffney probably is fucking done with this guy. Gaffney's like, we've destroyed his soul, so he's done with us. So it's not really his witness. There's no trial, of course. And the whole basis of this is that like he has this huge case against me, right? But he can't go forward with it because his witnesses are scared of me. And so that's why they're not coming forward. Not because they to them or something like that. Now, Samantha Cardin, who's become kind of like a friend of mine, I really like Sam a lot. She was his victim. And he says that she wanted to testify against me about something, but he's not calling her as a witness in order to protect her. Because he knows that if I, write a blog about, or if she comes forward as a witness, he goes, you're going to attack her, you're going to give her the business, all this shit, right? It's obviously made up garbage and nonsense. The audacity of him to do that. He beat the shit out of that girl. And I was very clear to the magistrate. Like, I don't know, Your Honor, I don't know what I'm supposed to call her, but this man next to me, we report news, and this man sitting next to me, he claimed that, what did he claim? He did, in fact, he was arrested for beating the shit out of Samantha Cardin and killing the dog. And I got evidence too. I got receipts, bitch. Right? I got emails and veterinarians' reports in which a veterinarian said that, in her opinion, you killed that dog, Rian. We all know you did it. We all know you beat the shit out of Sam. I'm going to do this whole thing in a blog. There was so much shit I wrote down. Went on for like an hour and a half. It was fucking patently absurd that the court's time is being wasted with this. The taxpayers are paying for this garbage. This didn't cost me anything except time and gas. And this idea, right, that he thinks that we can't write about him because it's causing him to have disorders. And because of these disorders, he can't get a job. Now, I'm allowed to ask him questions. So what questions do I ask him? First thing I want to know, you say you have a disorder, this whatever disorder you have. Do you have any documentation to prove that? Who was the doctor that diagnosed you with that? And you're unemployed, so who's paying for your health insurance? So the answer, which he said under oath, Mass Health. So he's a freeloading Mass Health guy, which there's a lot of fine people on Mass Health. He's not one of them. He also said that he couldn't remember the name of the doctor. I swear to God, couldn't remember the name of the doctor that diagnosed him with this disorder. He didn't have the paperwork because he was too flustered or something like that, and it was upstairs, and he asked, can I go get it? And the magistrate told him, no, you need to come prepared. So, you know, the whole thing, guys, is just, I mean, there's so much more to it, and I'm going to do it in the blog, but absolute bullshit, right? That I had to come down here, anybody has to come down here and deal with this shit. And he, by the way, he also said, guys, that he's taking this to the Supreme Court. Because I told the magistrate that. I said, look, he's just going to keep doing this. This can't continue. This is nonsense. This should not even be here right now. And he vowed that he was going to take it to the Supreme Court. And so the judge asked him about that. And the clerk magistrate asked him about that. And he actually said, right, that, what the hell was I saying? I lost the train of thought. There's fucking a lot of cars here. I forget what I was saying. Anyway, you guys have any questions? I can't tell. Yeah, there's 7 people here right now. Is that all there is? 7 people? Let me see. Live chat. Oh, people are talking. All right, you guys have any questions or anything you want me to answer? Yeah, by the way, yeah. So he says he's taking me to the Supreme Court. This is what he believes. And he's like, oh, I was in the law library and, you know, your First Amendment rights aren't covered because of the 9th Amendment. Like all this bullshit. He has no idea what he's talking about. Literally none. But I got to sit next to him. First of all, he smells like shit. He told me he hadn't showered all year, and I believe it. He looks disgusting. He is disgusting. He's a filthy pig. And one thing the magistrate said, and she asked him, so they played the podcast in court, right? Where I was like, I'm going to murder him with words. But I kind of beforehand said, well, I'm not actually going to kill you. It's figurative. I'm going to kill you with words, you know? And the magistrate was like, well, he doesn't think that you actually meant you were going to kill him. He didn't take that as a threat. And he's like, actually, I did. Okay. So, I mean, just to see this guy. I mean, this guy's your classic domestic abuser, right? Just a small, little, stinky boy, right? No future, like no chick would ever want him. And how dare Samantha Cardin, you know, not recognize his greatness. He accused Sam of stealing $100,000 from him. He said that I sent him an email one time and it interrupted his $5,000 poker, whatever, that he was making that week. And, you know, essentially, I don't know if that shit's showing up there on all these messages I'm getting. That as a result of this, I forgot what I was going to say. Do you guys have any questions? Because I can't tell what's going on here. And his disorder is memory loss. Okay, so there will be more to this. I'm going to do a blog on it later, but like I said, I'm going to be doing more and more of these live things to give you people the content before everyone else. Shit is wild. Long story short, what they're doing is that the clerk magistrate is going to do some research and make a ruling about whether or not they're going to go forward with a criminal complaint on this. I cannot imagine that they would. I mean, and it really just sucks that they're even humoring this nonsense, you know? Like, why are the courts wasting their time with it? You know, it felt good to tell him to his face, you killed that dog. The veterinarian says you did. You killed dogs. You beat women. The police said you beat women. She said you beat her. Oh, I'm going through the MGM Grand right now. Oh, man, we're in the casino right now. So how the hell do we get out of here? So, you guys ever been in here? It's pretty... Are we still live? Is the parking garage this way? Oh, so parking. All right, so. How the hell do we get out of here? We're gonna go in the elevator? All right. Here we go. We're going on the floor. All right. Hook me up. I think we're going to this floor. Now, you guys have any questions? I think I lost you there. Yeah, what is with this music? You guys ever been to the casino? The type of degenerate you have to be sitting at a slot machine on a Wednesday at this time. Hi. Knows no bounds, guys. No bounds. I think I'm finding my car in there. But anyway, shit, it was so funny, guys, though. It was so funny when they started playing. When he started playing, me and Brett in court, I couldn't stop laughing. Oh, and by the way, he also asked, he goes, this is the best part. I forgot the best part. He asks the judge, why was I included in this year's Ratchet Madness? And so I have to explain to this clerk magistrate what Ratchet Madness is, which means I first had to define what a ratchet is, and I defined it as somebody who displays uncivilized or criminal behavior and sees nothing wrong with it. I think that's the best definition of a ratchet. So that is what I told him. And he goes, why was I in Ratchet Madness? Well, you were in Ratchet Madness, Your Honor, because we picked the top 64 ratchets from the whole year, and we put them into a tournament in which turtle riders, our readers, decide who is more ratchet in each matchup, and they advance them. Rian was overwhelmingly chosen by the voters, by a large margin, I believe, in every matchup he was in, to be the most ratchet person that year. And you know what his objection was? I swear, you can make this just up. He goes, but everybody else who was featured in Ratchet Madness, they had done what they did during the last year. And what I allegedly did was not in the last year. And so I go, so if I have this straight, your objection to Ratchet Madness is that you beat the shit out of your girlfriend and killed her dog in 2017, but not 2018. That's your objection to this. And he said, yes, that was sort of, you can't make this shit up, guys. This is what a court was hearing this. Hearing me explain rationale for memes, for who gets chosen for Ratchet Madness. What's up?
Are you going out?
I'm just walking around. I mean, there's a spot right next to mine. Oh, okay. Yeah. So anyway, what was I gonna say? Like, this is how freaking Ratchet Madness works. And his big objection, I could not believe it. I mean, I wanted to laugh out loud, is that he should not be in this year's Ratchet Man, Michael Gaffney, right? Who is extremely ratchet and displays ratchet behavior frequently. So, anyway, looks like people are saying it's not working that well, but I just wanted to inform you guys, right, of what's happening here. I'm going to do it again tomorrow after court with Charlotte McFarland, because I'll be in Boston tomorrow. I'm in Springfield right now, and we will